What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another beer review. Went to the cellar today and grabbed a beer out just to see how the aging process was going, and I specifically decided to pull this Bourbon County out, and I'll tell you why specifically this one in just a minute. But this beer is from 2020. It is the Bourbon County brand Special No. 4 Stout. If the camera will focus. There we go. This is the oatmeal stout aged in bourbon barrels with coffee and maple syrup. It says in collaboration with friends, made with bourbon barrels aged maple syrup, from Bissell Maple Farms and coffee from Intelligentsia. I'll get it right eventually. The reason I decided to grab this guy out of here is because of the little tag guy right here. The majority of the Bourbon Counties that get released on their tag, hopefully this will pick up, says develops in the bottle up to 5 years. This guy, however, says develops in the bottle up to 2 years. This is a 2020 bottle. At the time of recording, it is now November of 2023. Do the math. Well past that 2-year date. In fact, on here it says drink by September 14th of 2022. So we're well past that, over a year past that. The reason I think that they say develops up to 2 years because that coffee in there, it's going to start fading. It's one of those adjuncts that kind of fade quickly with coffee. So I wanted to get in and see what this beer is doing. Clocking in at 13.3% alcohol by volume in the 500 milliliter bottle. I have had this beer numerous times. At release, I had it. I really enjoyed it. Really love this this particular variant, and I've had it a couple times since then. But I haven't had it since that drink by date of the 14th of September 2022 has passed. So I'm really interested to see what this thing has done. Goose Island knows their beers better than anybody. They've been doing the Bourbon County game forever. OG barrel-aged beer. So I think know what they're doing by putting that year statement on the back. But it's always fun to kind of see what's happening. My best guess is coffee is probably faded. Not much coffee on this guy. So it'll probably be a little bit of a sweeter kind of thing with all the maple and stuff that they brewed this with. But I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's to crack her open. All right. See how she pours. Got kind of comes out like a Bourbon County. It pours a little bit lighter than your typical just pitch black Bourbon County OG stout pours. But once it hits, it just looks like your typical Bourbon County. Very faint, thin head, all kind of khaki colored. See if I can get one going here. It didn't pour as thick and viscous as like your normal Bourbon County does. Yeah, head fades real quick. Let's get a nose in her. Okay. That's interesting. do get just those typical Bourbon County notes, that big, thick fudginess to it. Nice chocolate. What's really surprising to me is I'm still picking up coffee on this thing. There is a little bit of like a maple sweetness buried down deep in there too. But I'm kind of getting just like a fudgy kind of like a fudgy brownie batter type thing going off the aroma here. And coffee. Interesting. We'll see if it's on the taste. Cheers. Yeah. Right up front, you get that kind of mix of like a vanilla chocolate going on. About midway comes the coffee. There's still an exceptional amount of coffee left in this beer. I'm pleasantly surprised. The finish on this is kind of it's interesting. It's a kind of a oaky maple, but with kind of that coffee bitterness overlaying it. And just kind of that coffee bean note just kind of lingers throughout the finish. Yeah, I'm surprised at this one. I thought that this one for sure was going to be dead on the coffee. Just kind of a sweet maple, chocolate maple type thing going on. But there is an exceptional amount of coffee still left in this beer. This is absolutely fantastic. Just as good as I remember it being fresh. And that finish, I really am digging that finish. You kind of, it's like a chocolate covered espresso bean that has a layer of like maple on it, and this just ever so slight oaky woodiness that kind of comes into. I dig that. I dig that a lot. That's a really, really nice finish, and it just lasts and lasts. And at 13.3%, I didn't pick up any alcohol on the nose, none on the palate either. And as I'm drinking it, it's not even giving me like a little warming thing. Maybe just a little belly warming kind of going on now. But nothing that's like, that just says 13.3%. This is fabulous. I was on the fence about how this one was going to be, and I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised. This is still a fantastic beer. Even past that drink by date, this still delivers. Still delivers on all things that you would expect from a Bourbon County variant. I think I still have one bottle of this thing left, and I might hold on to it for a little bit longer. I would say if you have a bottle of this, go ahead and crack it open and see what you think about it, and let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. But I think it's drinking prime time right now. If you don't have a bottle of this, it's going to be kind of hard to find, seeing as how it's right at 3 years past the release date. But I would say if you have somebody that you know that has one, maybe see if they'll crack it open with you. Don't remember how much I paid for it. I would say probably around the $20 ish, 20 to maybe $20 to $25 mark for this guy at release. Well worth it in my opinion. God, so good, beyond my expectations. And the way that it's your typical Bourbon County. It's not as, I would say it's not as thick as not as viscous as like your regular Bourbon County Stout, but I mean it's like maybe a notch under, so it just coats your mouth and all those flavors just linger. Really solid job. I can't knock it at all. I'm so glad I decided to pull this one out. That's all I got for this one. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this. Probably the rest of this too. Hope y'all find one to enjoy as well. Cheers.